Alright, so it's Sunday morning, and I just had breakfast. I'm getting this countertop cleared out so I can do some stuff. This old refrigerator, obviously you can see I removed the doors, but I have to cut this thing in half to get it out, just because, or if I want to take the window out, but I'm not going to do that. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, besides empty it and plan to remove it, because I'm putting in a science station there. Maybe a freezer, maybe some workspace, and or a shelf for the laser cutter and a 3D printer. I don't know. But then in here, this bed, I'm going to redo, because this is actually the original couch from the bus, and it's pink, because I like recycling and keeping things. I think I have a better idea. So I might pull the couch out, because the couch folds out and it actually comes all the way over to here. And it will, like, anyway, it comes out to where it's like a bed here. But realistically, is that ever going to be used? No. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take the bed or the couch out, because it's a lot of cushion. Then I'm going to build like a Murphy bed, hide-a-bed, which would only be as wide as this is, right? And it would fold down, and I would have storage for the pillows. But then on the back side of the bed, when the bed would go up, there would be pegboard for tools, and then there's going to be a workbench. And then the laser cutter, I have to duck the power and the vent to make sure that the vent would work. But I'll have it on a slide, like, you know, have a 3D printer here, because then I'll have the space for it. And then I'll have the laser cutter kind of here, where you'd have to have it pulled out a little bit to have it working, you know. Or it could be up on the table and then stowed when we need the bed pulled down, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things. I'm always trying to make improvements and get this ship usable. Still have to cut the hole in the roof for the airlock. We do have the ladder, but right now, oh, sorry, I didn't know you were in there. Must be pooping. Anyway, alien issues. So until I buy a new countertop and get a new sink and all that stuff, I'm going to experiment and see how long I can have a wrapped counter. We'll see. I am gonna reinstate some of the kitchen stuff, because we've been having more and more people in here, and you know, to cook a little bit of food. I was talking to them about the ventilation. I just don't like cooking, because this is like, this whole ceiling is suede, right? And I just don't like cooking, because the vent actually vents. It does have a vent out to the roof, but it's just not adequate. It needs upgraded. I would love to put almost like a commercial stove. This has the like a, yeah, one of those, electric burner, which it does the job. It's just because it's sunk in, it limits your pans and stuff like that. And I love cooking. I'm gonna put a new glass door refrigerator as soon as I'm not angry at Best Buy. What else do we have to do? Probably a little bit updates and upgrades. These are all Star Citizen things for the Star Citizen fans out there. Oh yeah, gotta have my registration for the ship. And spare coffee pot. That's mandatory on board if the espresso machine gives up. I got some touch screen systems coming from The Only Joker. Make sure you guys look him up. Him and I are going to be doing more missions. And then I'm going to get this seat reconfigured. I got this motion base. I kind of decided I'm going to remove that motion base, and I might put it on the main captain seat. Reason being, every time somebody gets up and walks around when I have the stabilizers off, stabilizers are right there. Oh yeah, throwback. You feel the movement in the bus, which is pretty cool. And I think if that motion platform was on the main seat, obviously motion cues from the main seat would influence movement in the whole bus. So yeah, that's gonna happen. I've been kind of sitting on that project for a while. The laser, as you can see, there's a giant laser over here. Giant. It's like, you know, that long. And then the fake laser beam, but then there's I don't think it's on. Oh no, let me hit the switch. I got all these motion sensor lights and all these. See if it works now. Yeah, see, so that's not exactly how it's going to be set up, and I have a longer one, and I might even buy a longer one, but I want that's going to have the laser thingy kind of behind it to where when the laser's not in use, it'll look like it's in use. Not that I'll be able to like cut cars in half or anything. Yeah, that's I can still see out the window. Mylar protection. So yeah, I'm loving the comments, guys. Give me ideas. I need like some engineers to come in here and help me finish up all these little details. This of course is the touchscreen display, which I don't use all the time because I honestly want to set it up on its own dedicated computer. That monitor swings out to operate this section area, but it's not quite workable, so I have basically two areas that aren't yet set up, and this is still up for debate, these couches, because I'm thinking about buying 2 more of these chairs and doing a 4 seat configuration back here that's the same, and then the same TV on that wall, like, you know, which, I mean, I kind of like the windows, and I like this because sometimes you want to sit and relax, and then you have people that, anyway, you tell me, what do you think? Should I get 2 more of these seats? Anyway, regardless, at least one to put here once I remove all this box of things, knickknacks. This is actually a box where we promote our educational programs through AmSkills in the Tampa Bay area, and where I drive this bus to events to promote cool cutting edge technology. So yeah, shout out AmSkills. And then I got a box of like parts and hardware to add to the ship. So I really need to dig that box out, dump it out, and go through it. I've decided for a remodel in this area here and on the edge there and on either side. This is kind of going to get reconfigured as well, but I'm going to put kind of like a neon light thing on an angle that goes kind of straight down and then up at an angle towards like right-ish there or something. And then that sensor is going to get moved right up to here in line with the other sensor that's all the way at the other end of the ship, so you can actually see the air quality of each compartment. But yeah, anyway, you'll see that change in the future. So yeah, got to redevelop this seat. This is kind of working out pretty nice. I got to clean up the wiring and everything, and then anybody can bring their own laptop, and I can put any kind of software. I even have actual drone training programs where you can fly like aircraft related drones, you know, real world scenario stuff. And then the podcast station and kind of the control station here in the galley, which kind of kills the vibe of the kitchen table, but guess what? This does fold down. So, and you know, in space, I don't see a kitchen table in the International Space Station. So that's one luxury we don't have. We got a counter for the buffet. Grab your snacks and go. I think we are going to start cooking We're definitely doing the espresso thing on a daily basis, just because everybody's getting a kick out of that. Who doesn't love coffee? So then I got, so the hatches, the emergency hatches, or hatches for each compartment, so you can isolate. These are solid core doors. Now they're not like electrical slides or anything, or pneumatic, but nonetheless they're still pretty cool. Still on the project list. I gotta cut a hole in the wall for that. Flip it around so it's gonna be facing the other way, which would be accurate if that was like forward anyway. And then it's gonna hinge up, and as you can see now I have a vest and the oxygen stuff, so you pull your vest and stuff down and then you'd open the emergency hatch and you'll be able to go out a slide, kind of like what they'd have on an airliner or I'd say MD-88. I'm looking for some surplus parts if anybody knows anybody. Well, that's about all for the update for today. I'm gonna finish cleaning off the counter and get to work.